Hello again everyone, Hyperion-Blue-GT here, and welcome back to Gran Turismo 7 Part 170. Let's get ready to move on after finishing up all the extra menus on every content video by the previous recap on the GT Cap Bay is now been set, well done, and myself will be focusing with some 3 events along with the previous last month update as the new one is about to be go by the arrival in the latest. So I got all the 3 cars, will be prepped myself to have 1 Dispenser Camp livery and 2 for my UDRS Inspirtech livery. First up, Sunday Cup in the Indy circuit will have to be prepared to go for 5 laps as the road cars will go basic on normal. As you may ever see from the previous weekly challenges, feel welcome to be watching at any time, and I still have some other 3 plans we'll have to go on lineup in order as I'm about to go in Sunday Cup for the first race, second Japanese FF Challenge 450 at Tokyo Expressway, and the third D-Force Raceway Reverse for the European Clubman Cup 600. So I got mapped out, and let's get started out to have 1 featured Gran Turismo player on first position by using the same Renault Kenko 1.4 2001 is A. Santos. Hi there, I'm Antonio Santos from France. Today I'll be riding in the Renault Kenko, the most iconic French fourgonnette or light van. But the Kenko is no ordinary light van. It also happens to be an exceptional leisure vehicle. Its ample cargo space can be easily accessed by the way of its sliding rear doors. This is a car that simply asks to be pushed to its limits. With its springly suspension, it drives surprisingly well. Alright, Antonio, I can't think about driving a Kenko 1.4 2001 since the Cooper circuit in the first round, and second time to have a full Grand Prix courses like this one in Brands Hatch. But only 1 Dispenser Camp livery is about to go for a showcase, and the Carnival is about to be coming to the track. As I'm always prepared for the moment on DreamArt livery style dispenser, as I'm about to be focusing on characters after having 3 races, we'll go for the encore of segment. So here I go, first lap and 10th position to go down on the first turn on the hill to catch up to T. Maloney in the Mazda Atenza Sedan 2015. Let's give that good music and nostalgia and 1 entertainment of the Dispenser Camp livery of Season 4 Carnival of Chaos will give the spectators to have attractive attention. So I have a good eye on 2 roadsters on the Suzuki Cappuccino 1991 and Mazda Uno Roadster N8 model 1989. Got to get behind and right side on the course before proceed in the 3rd sector. Alright, motion on check. Got to go inside and do the final corner. We'll go formation on the line. So I got the few parts, it's been already fitted, installed, and have a displacement will be increased into 1.5. Currently they have a good nickname for the Renault Kenko 1.4 to become as the Kenko 1.5. But thank you for only 1 engine part will be having an increased displacement. This will have to do 1 advantage and give a good balance of performance when it comes to have a basic road car by entered in Sunday Cup. Second lap comes in, faster lap time in 1 minute, 5.692 seconds. So here it comes, and catching up to the Honda Civic Si Extra EF model 1987 in 5th place as the Suzuki Jimny Sierra JC is coming around to be in the middle spot on position 4. Got to reaccelerate and heading back to the 3rd sector before the final corner will go for the 2nd time. Got to watch the gap and the side-by-side, we'll keep it careful, but I still got this in a good correction on the racing line. I see Antonio Santos, he's been dropped down to 2nd place by the Toyota Aqua S 2011. 3rd lap is now going in, so I got the good upper hand and have a good aim on turn 2 when the brake zone is coming in. I'll have to get behind him inside the apex nearby and motion for the foregone end to fill the racing line. Okay, I got second place. Now, the Toyota Aqua S is about to have the next one. We'll give a one-on-one showdown by 2 more remain. Easy does it. And going back in sector 3. Perfect and, well, impressive to give a good style of entertainment. The Renault Kenko 1.5 Dispenser Cam Season 4 Carnival of Chaos is now in the lead, ladies and gentlemen. But not yet until Sunday Cup is about to be finishing up soon as an encore. Fourth lap is heading in to have my record to be updated into 1 minute, 3.792 seconds. Got to go faster, and Sports Hard Compound Tires is the basic of the main competitive get-go. Let's amp up the next soundtrack and keep the good racing to stay clean, and wait until the 5th lap. We'll be rolling up on the main sleeve. Just like last time when I was using the Toyota S-F-Bar 2015 ever since to do the first round on the latest weekly challenges to go previous. But of course, I just really think about having some participation when it comes to have new races and usual ones for every week. We always have to keep a good progression to be received with some tickets on the credit and 5-star roulette ticket or 6 stars by determined. But arriving in third week of May, and I hope I can barely wait to see how it turns out to be entered in Grand Valley Highway 1 for the Chevy Corvette special event. But not yet. I still might need to have the next 3 events, as I'm about to go for a currently session in this main video to have the previous one to go label on the third one. So made it to the final lap. First one comes in and bring it home to the Kenko 1.4 Dispenser Cam Carnival of Chaos. Will be reaching up towards the podium. Got to keep it lighter up and slightly to keep it normal. Almost there, you guys. I still got enough defense and almost to be packed up by over 7 seconds. Now this one to go and have the third and last sector to face the final corner. Let's push this puppy up and drive straight on the curb. Here comes the checker flag, so I'm going in and take the podium. Alright, first place and job well done for race 1 of 3 as encore. Will be proceed to have my own kind of a full walkthrough to get things to be a label of demonstration. If you already have a few other road cars to be entered on Sunday Cup at Brands Hatch Indy Circuit, feel welcome to, and that will bring out to have one good kind of a foregauntlet on the Kenko 1.4 2001 that brings out with a total time in 5 minutes, 20.771 seconds, and fourth lap highlighted to be marked on the purple in 1 minute, 2.492 seconds. So that should do well on Sunday Cup. And then moving to Tokyo Expressway Central counterclockwise for Japanese FF Challenge 450, we'll be driving on the Mazda CX-30 X Smart Edition 2021. First, I'll have to do it by having one content replay by having a thumbnail image required. So right at the spot, and just have this one right over here and pause it to give a good scene. So there you go. That's one part of the content replay for a full walkthrough, and then grabbing 2 UDRS Inspirtech livery as I'm about to be heading back to GT Auto to switch things up to have my own racing outfit represent the United Defense Reformation Service in blue. But I bet you guys still like about having a brand new latest Dispenser Cam fan art livery on the Renault Kenko 1.4 as a special made exclusive to have a mixture of Odd Nation cartoon and the latest show on Season 4. But I kind of think about having one thing for only Season 2 a remake for Dispenser Cam, but they just got everything to be work well and doing the production in session that compares to the beta version. So give me a moment, so I just need to switch up onto my own racing helmet and the race suit, UDRS Alpine Stars racing outfit, going right back and update into my profile picture. Alright, successful. Now, let's go back to the World Circuits and heading up to Tokyo Expressway in Central District on the counterclockwise. I've been waiting for this moment since I just doing one part of the weekly challenges by the latest, previous, and yet to be currently to be well forward to be proceed as well. But I just really think about having a lot of hard work out there when I was going solo in development. That's what I have to do. Having one YouTube channel will be coming as independent. So I just got everything to be well received to be placed up in first position sometime before having two races in Tokyo Expressway by currently to be in the central counterclockwise and east clockwise for the Honda Civic 1MA category. So let's grab my UDRS Inspirtech livery on the CX-30 X Smart Edition 2021, 3 laps. And rubber heck, it's about to go with the same Mazda CX-30 folks. It's about to go 454 SUV and cruising around on the city track. This will be a perfect opportunity as I'm about to go proceed forward to have an encore race number 2 along with some other parts of the races since the weekly challenges. Well, I just really think about to be expected on the forecast will be on sunny day and there will be having a slightly chance of rain. So let's have a good check and no sign of percentage on the rain spot. Alright, so that should do enough and sunny day is well perfectly amazed. One tip of the interaction on Robert Heck coming up. I'm Robert Heck from the United States. Today I'll be riding in the Mazda crossover SUV, the CX-30 X Smart Edition. Would you take a look at this profile? The way it captures the light is simply incredible. But it's not just a pretty face, its SkyActiv X engine uses a novel spark control compression ignition technology. Being a Mazda car, it fully delivers on a driving experience that redefines the SUV genre. Very truthful, Robert Heck. It really does have a good true genre for only one single SUV as we've been trying out to have a first hands-on impression. So coming in, and this race will have to go by having 2 crossover SUV and 1 reserved for the Toyota C-HRS 2018 is on the 3rd position driven by Eb Clark. Then let's get going for the Urban City ride. Rolling start will go initiate to put myself in 10th place. We'll be challenging up and give a fully tuned crossover SUV for my own kind of a UDRS livery. First turn comes in and one good eye on the Suzuki Swift Sport 2007 will be the first one to go overtake and traffic is all clear for only one good counterclockwise. As I began to go faster up and have all the engine tuning and 3 stages of weight reduction is about to go reset into default by the factory settings. This will have to give a good kind of potential balance of performance. Just only have one courtesy to be outfit when I was using in the sports medium tires. So I already overtake T. Iman and here comes Berleo Gallo in the 1987 Honda Civic Si Extra EF model. Just feel the line and respect the 2 lanes just like you're about to go riding on the highway. Alright, here comes the next sector by number 3. Got to get behind onto Yamanaka and switching in onto the right hand side by the interior. Motion up and good clear on the right side will give a good advantage. Alright, that should do well by 2nd position. Going in to be in the last sector until catching up on Robert Heck in about 6.7 seconds to go. I'm really impressed about driving crossover SUV on the track for every racing games, including Gran Turismo 7. Just like driving on the Lamborghini Urus, Toyota C-HRS, and especially for the Honda CR-V for this month's latest update is quite good to be impressive and all-wheel drive to be set in drive mode because of the hybrid type aspiration. So 2nd lap is on the way and got a good eye on Robert Heck in 1st position. I'll have to take that short straightaway by the 1st tunnel until coming out will be make the next turn. That's the ticket. Remarkable and steady up to go stay maintained right around in gear number 3. Just impressive, beautiful, and well-tracked crossover SUV competitive is well proven up to go basic up to have one-way ticket to see how it turns out to go entered in WTC 700 events, including Le Mans. But I just really think about having one good test of the experiment to see one crossover SUV versus 19 Group 4 cars is doing some lack of analysis and doing some research when it comes to have some tire wear strategy with face up to have one course in a series of dynamic weather conditions. But it turns out it may be quite very perfectly to be work in general, and that brings out to see this crossover SUV to be challenging with Group 4 cars in the meantime if you're about to bring this one to go for the custom race. So I'm getting closer to have the second lap towards the end, nearly there, and faster lap time as I still in the lead. Just make that turn to go smoothly and have enough defense in about 6.7 seconds as I'm about to go in lap number 3. Okay, perfectly by a minute, 44.796 seconds, just like racing in nighttime for the Honda Civic one-way category for the same counterclockwise in Central District. Got to dive in, final lap, and go pack up with a good push effort to have enough few parts will be fitted and outfit to go for the turbocharged RPM to go motion respond. Just have to keep it normal, fast, and steady carefully to give a good moderation to be low commit. Okay, coming out by the second tunnel. Current corner clear, and I'll have to be preferred to be using on the right hand side of the road. But wow, looks like I'm going way too fast out there, viewers. It's like I just really have enough parts to be fitted and well equipped to be turns out to go for a peak of potential. Maybe perhaps I'll have to try and stay remains to be in gear number 4 whenever it takes to get closer to being a short decreased gap. Let's try this and go for third gear. We'll be slow on the acceleration. I'll have to pretend and make it much more drive normal with no traffic coming around. Okay, here comes the final stretch. Just have to keep it well good slow down and make that speed to be stay by 79 miles. Well, on second thought, I'll have to leave lap number 2 for the faster lap time, and that should do very well to be placed in first position. So podium arrival and race number 2 encore is going clear to be part of the full walkthrough. But man, I just really love about this Mazda CX-30 X Smart Edition is a good kind of a track spec crossover SUV. Total time is still well placed up by 5 minutes, 24.311 seconds, and I still have a minute, 44.796 seconds on lap number 2 as I had to go by reinforce it to go for a drive in normal. But only one clean race by 67,500 credit earned and attempted by practice to go shape up and pattern will get myself for a natural racing of a talent. 4-star ticket has been earned by daily and go to the replay by having a second one will be deserved on the thumbnail. Just like the original from the weekly challenges, and I'll have to get myself to have one different perspective to go for a spot of the scene. So it's going to be take place in lap number 2. So I got the first position earlier, and momentarily as I had to be preferred to have 2 Mazda CX-30s. Alright, there it is at the scene, and just only have one good CX-30 and the second one into the fourth distance driven by Robert Heck. Change up the view and prefer to be in the front part of the perspective. Alright, there's the spot right here, and make this one to go for a capture image. Good track SUV competitive, and have the second one will be saved on the replay. It looks like it's already here, just to have one more race to go before proceed to have the next 3 races, along with American Clubman Cup 700 at Autodromo de Interlagos, and also for the Lightweight K Cup at Argent Nowit. Just only had to take one stop by, and momentarily to put myself to go for a reverse racing in Deep Forest by having a 5-lap challenge in Euro Clubman Cup 600. Classic and modern sports car will be joining session, including Mohamed Bodima is about to be using with a 4th generation Vantage 2018 ever since by watching last year from round 2 of the GTWS Manufacturers Cup at Prague. There he is right now, he's on 5th place, and one tip interaction coming up. Hello, I'm Mohamed Bodima from the UK. Today, I'll be driving an Aston Martin Vantage, which is very exciting for me. The Vantage badge was originally reserved for Aston's high-performance variants. But in 2005, a sports car bearing the name was released, and this car is its successor. With its small, aerodynamic body and Mercedes-AMG delivered twin-turbo 4.0-liter engine, it's considered to be Aston's greatest cornering machine and an icon of British F-Bar sports cars. Now, I didn't notice that there will be having a one delivered engine with association of Mercedes-AMG that brings out to have a 4.0 twin-turbo-liter engine. But very nice and well detailed to have some good inspiration check to have a nice peak of performance to have a nice front on the hood on the Vantage. But also yet, the engine model is quite good to be updatable and pack up to have an M177 according to the spec of the engine model to have a well delivered on the B8 engine to go twin turbo. Got to go equipped with sports soft tires and update performance into 656.63 will be going on the ready. Time to go fast and steady well on corners. Is about to go on last position for UDRS Innsbruck on the Vantage 2018 to go for a Grand Touring on the stage. Let's see how it goes fast and concentration without upgraded parts. Tires only will go into sports soft. Got to go slow down quickly and have the out and out will have to be getting behind on the Renault Sport Megane RS Trophy 2011. As the Volkswagen Scirocco R 2010 might need to have some space will be suggested when entered on the first out and out in reverse. Very nice, and here comes the Porsche to be overtake as I'm about to go in 15th place. Just on the right spot and brake zone to go earlier before touching up the apex. As you can see folks, when it comes to have some faster European sports car, if you're about to go for the classic or modern, just only have enough parts if you might need to be applied and upgrade, except the Vantage 2018 is a good key role of the example when entered in every European Clubman Cup 600, including in Deep Forest Raceway. That will be the best opportunity to be challenging with the Alfa Romeo Giulia GT-AM 2020 when you're at the Nürburgring National Alp. Now, the first lap is going to get things to go rolling up and shaped perfectly to have some 2 out and out corners by the few and momently to have the final corner to go on the opposite direction, just like the forward direction since the first round in the Vantage 2018 one-man category. Got to step things up, and second lap will go proceed to have myself in a faster lap time by a minute 45.169 seconds. There's Berleo Gallo in 10th place. I see him in my sights. Got to be very extra careful on the Ferrari Testarossa, one good kind of a retro supercar of the 1990s. It's going to be very tricky. Just might have to shake up the gap and keep resumed to go for the battle of 11th place. Okay, that should do very well, and Baleo Gallo has the upper hand. Okay, so that will have to give a faster paces, we'll give a round 2. Alright, looks like Mohamed Bodima has made it in 3rd place. Just like that, the Vantage 2018 is a good twin turbocharged that delivers to have a collaboration associated with Mercedes-AMG. Unlike all the other European sports cars that gives a good characteristic look and well outfit to have a different manufacturer base engine. But the M177 performance will go pack up and get challenging with some few other European sports car as I'm catching up towards Baleo Gallo within 1.2 seconds left before at the end of lap number 2. Keep that handling to be in motion. Got to go slipstream and catching up by 8 seconds to go. Alright, very nice, Baleo Gallo. Well play, and you just beat my lap time. He took 1 minute, 44.174 seconds. Let's go for a time trial round 2. But I'm really down for it. It takes the faster European sports car comes in to have a delivered of speed and performance. But I see S-Benz in 6th place, currently driving with a Vantage 2015 in the V8 style, previously as a 3rd generation model. Here it comes, and gonna have to go avoid the contact. Okay, perfectly, and right on spot to have a good eye on the top 3 drivers. Just might have to deal with S. Pinto in the Lamborghini Miura, currently is still on the number 5 spot. Got to go corner on the outside. Baleo Gallo is almost there to catch up to Wendell Haywood in the Lamborghini Urus 2018. Going back to sector 3. Just have to keep pushing and deal with the offense. Alright, second out and out, here I come, and 3rd time to be finishing up in the halfway mark before the 4th lap is coming up soon momentarily. But man, this is getting much more tougher out there to face up with a Giulia GT-AM when you're in D-Forest Raceway, folks. But that would be impossible if you're about to grab yourself to have a different Ferrari hypercar like the A12 Superfast and the F8 Tributo. Come on, just have that hairpin to go deal with the outside and squeeze it tight in. Drive him up and straight away on the overtake. Okay, touche. That will have to give round 2. He's getting closer to catch up to Busby Boris in 1st position. Now I have to keep a good offense until I have to get back in 2nd place. Come on, just had to find a good ways to deal with the inside, and looks like already took by the 2nd position earlier by a second ago. Okay, commonly well up. Now going back to be in the 3rd sector once again, and I'll have to take on with Busby Boris for the one-on-one showdown in 1st place. Racing up goes in, and final corner to go down. Okay, let's deliver with a V8 twin turbocharged engine with the association of the Mercedes-AMG will be well packed up until the final lap is about to go in. Alright, very nice, and solid, fun, clean work. Got to go proceed with exercise caution in about 1.2 seconds left. Safe, clean, and faster lap time recently from the 4th lap by the previous in a minute 39.886 seconds. Time for me to go defense and be on the lookout on Vallejo Gallo if he's about to go in 2nd position earlier, until I had to keep a good watchful eye out. Just have to get a good control on the lateral G, steer well to the right. But I bet you guys really think about challenging with the Alfa Romeo Giulia GT AM 2020 is going to be a much more challenging European sports car opponent. But I barely got this one in the bag, and currently to be using with sports stop tires when using the Vintage 2018. But looks like Badima just been dropped down in 4th position. He might have to get in there to be in the top 3 position to overtake Bospie Boris until I'll have to take the last and final turn. Just make one last touch of the apex, take the left side of the track, and go enter for the final stretch we'll receive in the checkered flag podium. Successful, and one good British F-Bar sports car is now true as a good successor. 1st place, and now that's what I call a European Clubman competition. But it takes concentration to do some main rule of practice, as I just went myself to Okay, and action. As I went down to do some practice, and here it is right now. 1 minute 38.432 seconds in lap number 5 by challenging Vallejo Gallo and his Alfa Romeo Giulia GT AM 2020 for the total time in 8 minutes 30.41 seconds. I really bet it does matter to see which kinds of different European sports car can actually to be work well and suitable if you're about to go for only one single hypercar, just like the Bugatti Chiron 2016, Ferrari 812 Superfast, and other characteristics will be outfit and give a good performance to be over by 600 in hypercar status. So that's 112,500 GT credits earned, and total mileage is I'm about to go update into 62.8 miles per today. Alright, let's do the replay, and one more thumbnail image we'll have to call it for tomorrow. Just might have to take a good spot and take place in lap number 5 to go on rewind. So here is the spot takes place earlier, and right on the cue to go on the out and out session between turn number 4 and go straight on the entrance. And just like that, and maybe perhaps I'll have to switch up the view and give this for a little bit more perspective. Alright, there you go. Maybe good enough by having 3 cars will be a company. Just only have 1/3 content replay saved, and but the good news is, when racing in D-Forest Raceway by the reverse, stays in D-Forest Raceway in the forward direction, as the Ferrari Circuit Challenge is about to go proceed to be forward in part 171 in the next walkthrough video, along with Argent Norwood to be take place to be around in the Lightweight K-Cup as additional race number 4. But take a good look. 2 covers on the hypercar with the F8 Tributo and 812 Superfast will be taking on for having a 6-lap challenge. But even yet, as I said about earlier, just only have one label to be featured as a weekly challenge, along with Autodromo de Interlagos, as I'm about to be heading back to Event Directory. From race number 7 at High Speed Ring, and additional to go onward to race number 8 is going to be perfect for showcasing with a C5 Corvette, followed by with a C3 and C8 Corvette Stingray. But I can't wait. This one might have to prepare myself. We'll be wrapping up at the end of the video, but there's no need to have one extra menu showcase will be received to have some prizes of reward. But it's all been done, and all I have to do is going to keep moving on forward until I have to do some focusing on races, as I'm about to be heading up to WTC 900 at Le Mans. We'll go into the finish line. So thank you for enjoying watching the video on Gran Turismo 7. I hope you enjoyed. Go subscribe to my YouTube channel for a like, comment, then click the bell for notification on upcoming content videos if you'd like to see. Follow me on DividendArt, Instagram, Twitter, GT Planet, Patreon, Discord, and more social media platforms. Plus, membership is now open to everyone. We'll join to get access for prize levels a month with exclusive perks, custom emoji with my OCs, and many features to support the channel. It's the best way to help out with a super thanks as an extra. Will support and grow. I'll be seeing you guys next time on Gran Turismo 7, and I look forward to see you again in the next video. Keep on racing, stay clean.